week, of course, we want you to weigh in, to share what is one thing that you learned. And the idea is when people are sharing, when they're weighing in, then we can all sort of learn from each other. Now, if you don't have any ideas right off the bat, because sometimes this takes a little reflection, sometimes, so then in which case then do a post and throw up the hashtag WLTW. Okay, so, but yeah, today we have Lindsay Schatz with us. So Downstage Media is all about social media marketing for the theater professional, for the performing artist, for the producer, for the director, right? And so most of the time what we're talking about in WLTW is theater, the craft, or getting your work seen through marketing. So today I actually have somebody that I've been training with. We've been getting some intensive Facebook training. It's so funny to think that like in 2004 when Mark Zuckerberg started the Facebook that people would actually be paying money to have training on how to use it. But here we are nonetheless. And I have Lindsay Schatz with me. She's a VA and she's going to share something that she learned. It's kind of more on the, maybe it's going to be more on the marketing side. You know, I don't exactly know per se. So I'm going to find that out. So Lindsay, sit tight. I'm going to bring you on in just a minute. But first I thought I would share a little bit about user-generated content. So what is that, right? So we at Downstage Media, we usually recommend that you post to Instagram at least 5 times a week, right? And, you know, given on how much time you have, you may have more time, you may have less time, but we definitely recommend throwing some stories up there or some Instagram lives like these or some IGTV. So basically, but you're coming up with 5 pieces of content every week, which can be a little bit daunting. And especially on Instagram where you can't really reshare posts that you've already put up as well, it can be a little daunting and you feel like you have to come up with 25 pieces of content in 1 month, right? That's kind of a lot. So user-generated content is a great way to rid yourself of that burden. So here's how we've been doing it with our clients. So what we'll do is we'll go on their Instagram feed, and you know we usually do about 5 to 10 minutes of engagement each day, just responding to things, liking things. And if we see an image that somebody has put up, whether it is a I don't know, whether it is like a meme or a beautiful photo or something that just kind of makes sense that I know that client's audience is going to love, then I just send a direct message to that person. You know, like how on Instagram you can put, you know, like once you see the image, then right below there's the possibility to click on that thing so you can send that image to somebody else. Well, I send that image to the person who created that image. And I say, hey, can I use this for an upcoming post on our feed? And I always send from the account that I'm going to put it on. And 9 times out of 10, people are so cool. They are more than happy to share. And I always say, of course, we will give you credit. And if I notice that it seems like maybe a photographer also needs credit for the photo or something like that, and I'll say, and we will credit your photographer too. So that way they know all the bases are covered. So that has been a big help and has made it very fast to then schedule posts and get content out there. At Downstage Media, we usually post about 2 weeks in advance. So that's been just really helpful. All right, now I can't wait to hear more from Lindsay Schatz from Virtual Solutions. So let's bring her on. Let's find out what she learned this week. Hold on, here we go. Go live with Schatz Virtual Solutions. Whoa, that was so weird. For some reason, the live just stopped. You know, I've heard that in the wake of the Instagram blackout, there's still some glitchiness that's happening. And I'm wondering if that's actually what is going on. Not sure, but Lindsay, I hope you'll come back and keep telling your story because I'm curious what happened. So it sounds like she was trying to use later and she's going to try to use buffer. I wonder if this all happened on Wednesday because that's when things got crazy. So, not sure. Okay, great. Here she is. She's back. Lindsay is back. Come back on, Lindsay. Here we go. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Hey, that has never happened before. We've been doing this for over a year. Oh, and Hexagon DC joined us too. You came back. Thank you, Hexagon DC.
Okay, so back to the story.
Yes.
So one of the amazing things that happened was, because I had the knowledge of another platform, I was able to use that knowledge to save her account and have content go live on it. So one of the most important lessons I learned this week is that even if you don't think you need to know a bunch of different schedulers or a bunch of different platforms, you say, no, I'm never going to use this. It's important knowledge to know, and it's something that can really save your butt in a pinch. And it ended up saving my client for this entire week. We still haven't been able to fix her account, but she has been able to post every single day because I was able to use that knowledge. So my biggest takeaway from this week has been always have a backup plan.
Yeah.
You may never need it, but it will come in such great handy when you do need it.
Yeah. Well, so that I love that. And that conversation really has come up this week with Instagram going down, Facebook going down, because there's that idea, like, and I often think of the days of Vine, like when Vine came on and Vine just got going. Like there were people who had millions of followers on Vine, and then all of a sudden, like, I don't know, 18 months later, 2 years later, Vine was gone. And if those people hadn't worked their way over, then to other platforms to also build up their influence on other platforms, then they would lose literally millions of followers. Like that is crazy to lose that in one day. So it is good just to hedge your bets, especially if you are running social for a theater and you've got opening night stuff coming up. You've got ticketing discounts that are super time sensitive. It's really good to know about those backups. Oh, look at this. Hey, boss dog. You go, girl. Shout out to my awesome sister.
Yeah, that's my older sister.
Yay. That's so great. So, so everyone who was watching, we would love to know, what did you learn this week? So, you know, if we all have these goals, we all have things that we want to do. And so often with the weeks, what happened is, you know, your week goes crashing into your weekend and we're just busy, busy, busy all the time. So this is where we just take 10 minutes out of the day to say, like, all right, what's one thing that I learned this week, with the hopes that you will learn something, you'll recognize something that you'll learn, and it'll be able to stick in your brain a little bit better. And not only that, but you'll be able to learn from other marketers like Lindsay. You'll be able to learn from other artists like the guys at Hexagon DC. You'll be able to learn from big sisters. I mean, who couldn't use a big sister's advice like Carly Lynn's? I mean, seriously. So, so we do this every Friday. Please join us next Friday at 2 o'clock. Share what it is that you learned this week. And Lindsay, how can we find you? How can we, tell us a little bit more about specifically what your services are, who you help out, and where we can find you.
Of course. So we do a little bit of everything at Schatz Virtual Solutions, and that is our handle for all our social media accounts. We do everything from content writing, social media, but our biggest drive of what we do is we want to help entrepreneurs really take that next step and grow their business. We want to make sure that they are reaching their audience and reaching new audiences too. So you can always find us at Schatz Virtual Solutions for all of our channels.
Awesome. And Schatz, it should be said, it's spelled with S-C-H.
Yes, S-C-H-A-T-Z.
Yes. Oh, quick thing, the guys at Hexagon DC said, so Hexagon DC, I want to point out, they've got a hilarious comedy show that's happening in the DC area. Really some great sketch comedy, politically tinged. So, I mean, who better than people in DC to be handling that? And so they said that they learned that auto response messages on Facebook Messenger can be really helpful to our audiences. Love that. We love Messenger at Downstage. We talk about it all the time. Just put up another blog post about how Messenger marketing can help out theater people. Check that out on downstage.media/blog. And thank you for that, Hexagon DC. Thank you so much, Lindsay Schatz, S-C-H-A-T-Z. And we will see you all next week for WLTW. Thanks again.
It's a pleasure.